YTPC, Ghost Cobb, here with another VR. Today I am smoking, I'm drinking a cup of mud. Let me get my situation settled here. Smoking my olive wood pipe made by Olive Wood Piper. Look on to it. Just look at that grain. Yes. Look at it. Wow. And it's a great smoker. Weird. And in it, Esoterica's Cardiff. Never had it. But I have it now, thanks to my good buddy Bull. Got my Tennessee Bull tamper. Got my Tennessee Bull toothpick. Got my Ghost Cobb and Uncle Butter collaboration tamper out here. I've got quite an array of weapons of choice here today, folks. Indeed. So the VR is for LL HAINES, Lonnie. Congratulations, brother, on 100 plus subs. It is no surprise it didn't take you long. Family man, fun to watch. You're a fun-loving guy. You're funny. You're just an all-around great guy. I love watching your channel, brother. Love talking to you on Voxer. It's no surprise you're at 100. You'll have more than me probably by the end of the year. It would not surprise me in the least. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. The question is, what would we want to be when we grew up? Well, when I was a young lad, okay, we used to go home for weddings and funerals and reunions. And I used to love to work the room. I'd walk around, shake hands, and kiss babies, you know what I'm saying? Introduce myself to everybody. Hug and kiss those that I knew. My Uncle Rush used to always tell me, son, someday you're going to be president. You're going to run this fine land. Don't you forget where you come from, boy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, Uncle Russ is watching down over me from heaven right now, and I'm sure he's saying, well, you didn't do that, did you, son? No, sir, I didn't. But it's a good thing, because I wasn't cut out to be a president. I wasn't cut out to be a politician. Because, folks, I just could not deal with the flag burning today. It would be a 5-year minimal sentence, and if you wanted to plea out, the only plea out would be 2 years minimal of military service, and you had to be honorably discharged for it to count. That's what it would be. you would learn to love that flag. Yes, indeedy. Yeah. But when I was a young lad, I lived down the street from the firehouse. And you know, they would go blowing by the house all the time for fire calls. And I would say, man, someday I'm going to ride that engine. Someday that's going to be me. And you know, kids will be kids, you know, and they would say things to each other and pick on each other and all that good stuff, you know. And sure enough, when I was 15 years old, yours truly joined the fire department. Filled out my application the end of July, and got voted in August as a probationary member. Served as a junior until I was 18. At the age of 21, 22, I was a lieutenant. And just received my 25-year commendation for 25 years of service. Now, I only ran calls for 18 years. But you know, by the time I was about 23 or 24 years old, maybe 25 or so, maybe, by the time I got my first couple saves in, that was it. I knew that was what I wanted to do for a career. But then my disease just kept getting worse, and I knew the department wouldn't hire me. So I was a volunteer for my life. I got to live my dream, you know, a part of it. The other part was I would have loved to have been a politician. I would have loved to have been in the military. You know, growing up, my uncles coming in and out of the house in uniform, and all different uniforms, and serving the, you know, military and all the respect that they got. I would have loved to have had that. But that wasn't the path that was chose for me. You know, the Lord chose a different path for me, and it was to be a fireman. And I truly believe that that was His intent for me. And had a couple close calls. I was 17 when I had a wall fall on me. I had a brick wall fall on me. I didn't follow orders very well. I know that's a surprise, right? Got too close. Was trying to be all I could be. And, you know, the wall fell and I got hit by the brick. Got right back up, grabbed the hose line, and went right back to work, so I did. You know, I fell through a couple floors. I was in an attic, a crawl space, and fire was in the wall. We weren't sure where it was, so they stuck the little man up in the crawl space. I was the little man at the time, long before I grew my belly, and fire came out of the wall and came into the crawl space, and it was just me up there with a hand line and an axe. And she flashed out over me, and it was a serious situation, and thought I was dead. Fortunately, when I laid down, when I went from my crawling on the beams, both hands and both knees were on beams, I was scurrying across. When I laid flat and rushed myself down like that, I ended up putting too much pressure on an area where there was a light fixture, and the ceiling gave, and I fell through to the bedroom where everybody was waiting on me. And fortunately, that did happen, because that saved my life. But, you know, I had some close calls, but I loved it. If I could do it all over again, man, you bet your bottom dollar I'd do it again. I loved it. So, I got to live my dream to a point, you know. Like I said, I didn't get to be a politician or a famous baseball player or anything like that, but I got to do what I love to do, and I got to help people in the process, and for that I'm very thankful. And Lonnie, I want to thank you for the opportunity, brother, to shoot this video. Great question. I hope I answered your question and didn't ramble on too awful long. We're up almost 12 minutes now, so I got to get off of here because I don't want to take up much more of your time. So thank you very much for it. I really appreciate it. Couple shout outs. I want to shout out Olive Woodpiper. If you have not subbed Olive Woodpiper, you are missing out on a good old feller. Look him up. He's a great guy. Love him. He's a fantastic man. Olive Woodpiper. Waves of Java is another good guy. New to the YTPC, guys. You've got to look him up. Waves of Java. Fantastic guy. And last but certainly not least, I am going to shout out, yes, LL HAINES. Lonnie, you're a great guy, brother. Thank you so much. I truly, you know, so honored to be your friend and to call you a friend, brother. It is a privilege. Love talking to you on Voxer, bro. So keep it up, man. Keep up your great channel. And we'll be doing more of these VRs for you as you climb the ladder in subs. So guys, until we can get together, pack that beautiful pipe, or light that great cigar, let all that you do be done out of love. Y'all take care and God bless.